I met a Gypsy.
All right, so now that I've spoke to you about this, I want you to go and look at some footage and try and find that shoulder hip dip when he's standing up and make a video on it. I'd love to see your perspective on it.
Yeah, because if the foot pegs aren't rolling, I mean, there's the whole deal. Yeah. I've been surprised because there's been a lot of ACL injuries in the sport, and a lot of times it's because the leg.
See them as much these days.
But is that because the guys are standing up more?
Or they're not wearing knee braces.
I mean, dude, I've torn my ACL 3 times, and I've had it with and without.
Tyler Berriman's the same. We were talking about it up at Mammoth. I got those new. This is a sponsor plug, but I actually asked for the product. So. The new EVS Slaco 69 knee pads from EVS. So I literally just reached out to them a couple of weeks ago. I was like, hey, I want this much money for this much advertising, and I also want a pair of the knee pads. And they're like, yeah, fucking sweet. But I only did that because I really wanted that product. Yeah. And I'm a big
and
knee,
you knew
knee
it was
pad
good.
guy. Yeah, and I knew it was going to be good.
You'd be a shitty person if you were advertising something that was literally shitty.
A lot of people do it. But... yeah, so anyway, so I had the knee pads and I was like, oh, what do you think of these? Because I think Berriman wears the TP 199s. And so these new EVS ones.
Dude, there's not that much to those things.
Nah, and that's what the Slaco ones are. I think they're way better. Like, they're way more for moto. But yeah, Berriman said, he's like, dude, I've done my ACL 4 different times. I've always had fucking knee braces on. So I just think that there's, not to start a fucking war, but I just think that you're going to do your knee in or out, up or down. There's so many variables that are fully out of your control. What I don't want to do is break my femur on the top of it where a knee brace goes, though. I've seen a friend do that twice. Not cool. Not fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, sometimes if it's hard to compare because you can never crash the same way twice.
Yeah.
But yes, the femur is the biggest bone in your body. It's kind of the most painful one because it's the biggest bone in your body.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't require surgery, the ACLs, they want you to be off the bike for now like the whole year.
Yeah.
To really do it.
Yeah.
So like if you're looking at, okay, this thing might be a little bit more painful, but
but again, where's the evidence that says, like, it's so crash specific. Like you said, you could never do the same crash twice.
The worst, I fucked up my leg besides hitting the wall. The other one, I had a cartilage injury that was done from knee braces where it didn't let the knee twist. So it just ripped off the cartilage from the joint itself.
Yeah.
And so then I had to have surgery to go in there and drill a bunch of holes. And that took way longer to heal because I couldn't put any weight on it for 8 months.
Fuck.
And it would have been better just to tear the ACL or something. But the first time I ever did tear my ACL was I wasn't wearing any braces. So I don't know. It's a weird deal.
I just think you can do it. I just think moto's dangerous. Like, for me, the thing that I feel that I have more feel of the bike and more control of the bike. I feel like just that whole knee, like not having braces on your knees, and you've got that more one-to-one connection. I actually feel like it lets me move my hips a bit more. Just everything feels better. And then I think that then translates into riding the bike better. And if you ride the bike better, you're going to have less chances of crashing. But also, I've had some fucking absolute monster crashes as well, you know? So I just think that there's just a lot of luck that's involved.
I don't know. My biggest thing for knee braces is got zero to do with protection. It's got to do with just the width of them. Because if you think about it, like if you're sitting up against a wall and you put a baseball in between your knees and you say, hold on to this, well, you're not going to be able to hold on to it as long as if you replace that baseball with, let's say, a volleyball, because the circumference is bigger.
Yeah.
So it's less strain on the muscles. And like we ride a motorcycle with our legs, if it's less strain on the muscles to squeeze the bike with your knees because it's literally thicker around there, you on paper should be able to ride harder and longer. So it's not so much about the protection. So you think that
it's better with knee braces for gripping the bike, essentially?
Yeah, just because your knee becomes twice as big, right? Because of you've got the metal and plastic on there. You can just squeeze harder, essentially.
Yeah, no, I just feel... I think the same thing, but like the opposite. Like, I think that...
Less is more?
Well, no, I feel like I have more connection without knee braces. I think that knee brace, like when you think about it, the bit on the knee brace that's touching the bike is like a hinge, like a small thing, like
it's
pod.
like a pressure point.
Yeah, it's like a piece that big, and then your knees push against it. Like I actually don't think that you have that much. Then like that becomes the main contact point. Whereas if you've got like say these knee pads on, you've got the whole spread of that your upper thigh. Like instead of just having like this one exoskeleton that's joint, I just feel like as soon as I took them off, I'm like, fuck, I can feel the bike, I can feel everything. Like it's like I say it's like fucking without a condom.
I mean, who likes?
Nobody
likes
wearing a condom.
Yeah. I have no argument after that. You just dropped the mic on that one.
It's like fucking without a condom.
There's no way of testing. Well, I mean, there should be a way of testing, not what you're saying, but as far as the braces versus no braces, you could.
I haven't worn them in a long time though. Maybe I should just try a pair again just to see how it feels.
Yeah, well, and then you've got the psychological thing, because if somebody tells you constantly this is going to prevent injury, you're going to feel naked without it.
Yeah.
But if the narrative changes to where, because we all just want to be safe, right? And everyone is scared of getting injured. If you have somebody you trust tell you that, like, you have a less chance of being injured. I mean, look at the whole neck brace phenomenon. It's gone from must wear it to not wear it to, I don't really know, to, fuck it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I threw away my neck brace a while ago, and you just, it's almost like
there was a point where I would not ride without a neck brace.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point where I was too, because nobody wants to be paralyzed.
Yeah.
We've talked to enough people that have had it, and it's unfortunate.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.